Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. Interior Minister says continuity of democratic process is inevitable for sustainable development of the country. Minister of State for Information says proper legislation is being done for special people. U.S. Defense Secretary is arriving on a day-long visit to Islamabad tomorrow to hold talks on bilateral and regional issues. In occupied Kashmir, a protest demonstration was held in Srinagar today against the ruthless thrashing of several prisoners in New Delhi's Tihar jail. In Afghanistan, 6 people were killed in a bomb blast in Nangarhar province today. North Korea has warned of nuclear war in wake of largest ever joint air exercise by the United States and South Korea beginning tomorrow. Minister for Planning and Interior Ahsan Iqbal says continuity of democratic process is inevitable for sustainable development of the country. Talking to newsmen in Narawal today, he said we should focus on development and shun the politics of turmoil. He called upon political parties to join hands with the government so that bill regarding delimitation of constituencies can be passed from the Senate at the earliest. The Interior Minister said enemies of Pakistan are trying to destabilize the country by creating ethnic and sectarian differences among our ranks. Ahsan Iqbal said unity is important for internal stability of the country. He said elements trying to impede development projects will not succeed. Railways Minister Khwaja Saad Rafiq says no compromise should be made on supremacy of constitution. He was speaking at inaugural ceremony of Javed Hashmi's book Zinda Tarikh in Islamabad today. He said the filter of democracy should be allowed to run smoothly so that best results can be produced. The minister said there is no denying the fact that the people of Pakistan love the country's armed forces and their role in national security is significant. Saad Rafiq said the armed forces should not be made controversial by linking them with politics. Minister of State for Information Maryam Aurangzeb said proper legislation is being done for special people in the parliament. Addressing a ceremony in Islamabad held in connection with the International Day of Disabled Persons today, she said parents play a key role in making special children useful citizens of the country. The minister said preference has been given to special children in Prime Minister's Educational Reforms Program. Maryam Aurangzeb said disability can be overcome through stronger determination. Begum Samina Shahid Khaqan Abbasi also announced to include special children in Prime Minister's laptop scheme. Deputy Speaker, National Assembly and General Secretary Khyber Pakhtunkhwa PMLN Murtaza Javed Abbasi has strongly condemned the ongoing wave of terrorism in the country and said that conspiracy of our enemies would not be successful. Addressing a ceremony in Abbottabad today, he said for the eradication of terrorism, PMLN government has started a massive drive. Deputy Speaker appreciated the role of forces in fighting against terrorism and their sacrifices. Javed Abbasi assured that in the forthcoming general elections, PMLN would win from federal and all 4 provinces on the basis of performance. Operation Raddul Fasad is continuing successfully across the country. According to ISPR, FC Balochistan, intelligence agencies and levies conducted intelligence-based operations in various parts of Balochistan and arrested 11 terrorists of proscribed organization from Sanu Shiran in south of Sibbi. The cache of arms and ammunition was also recovered in Dera Bukti and Luki area. In another operation in Kela Saifullah, 4 IEDs were recovered and defused. U.S. Defense Secretary James Mattis will arrive in Islamabad tomorrow on a day-long visit to Pakistan. According to U.S. Defense Department, James Mattis will hold meetings with Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi and Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa. During the meetings, he will discuss regional security, peace, Afghan conflict, and other bilateral issues. Earlier, talking to media, James Mattis said that this will be his first trip to Pakistan as Secretary of Defense. He said the United States remains committed to a pragmatic relationship with Pakistan and wants to expand cooperation on shared interests. James Mattis appreciated Pakistan's sacrifices in the war against terrorism. Third China Agrochemical Pakistan Summit begins at Lahore Expo Center tomorrow. Businessmen from home and abroad will attend this mega event. Several companies would exhibit state-of-the-art technologies and solutions to improve the productivity of agro-based commodities and also keep the crops free of hazards. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. Azad Jammu and Kashmir Prime Minister Raja Farooq Haider Khan says Pakistan is the ultimate destination of Kashmiris. Talking to different public delegations in Islamabad today, he said Kashmiris are offering matchless sacrifices for the last 7 decades to achieve their right to self-determination. Raja Farooq Haider said a strong and developed Pakistan is the sole guarantee for success of Kashmir liberation struggle. In occupied Kashmir, the family members and relatives of the Kashmiri detainees lodged in New Delhi's infamous Tihar jail held a demonstration in Srinagar today against the ruthless thrashing of several prisoners. According to Kashmir Media Service, 18 detainees were injured after being beaten up without any reason by the jail staff on 21st of last month. The victims also included Shahid Yusuf, the son of prominent Kashmiri freedom leader Sayyid Salahuddin. North Korea has warned that the largest ever joint air exercise by the United States and South Korea could trigger a nuclear war any moment. In his editorial today, the North's ruling party, Rodong newspaper, said the exercise is an open and all-out provocation against Pyongyang. The 5-day vigilant air drill involving some 230 aircraft begins tomorrow. In Afghanistan, 6 people were killed and 8 others wounded in a bomb blast in Nangarhar province today. A spokesman called for the provincial governor said the blast took place outside a soccer stadium in the provincial capital Jalalabad shortly after a pro-government rally ended there. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani has called for solving regional problems in the Middle East through mutual dialogue instead of relying on external powers. Addressing opening ceremony of a port in Chabahar city today, he said we can solve our problems ourselves through unity and dialogue and need neither arms nor intervention of the foreign powers. Saudi-led coalition has welcomed Yemen's former President Ali Abdullah Saleh's announcement that he is ready to turn a new page in ties with the coalition. In a statement, the Saudi-led coalition praised Ali Abdullah Saleh for taking the lead in expressing his readiness for talks with the coalition. On the other hand, Yemen's Houthi rebels claim to have fired a cruise missile towards Al Baraka nuclear power plant in Abu Dhabi. The United States has withdrawn from the Global Compact on Migration, terming it inconsistent with Trump administration's immigration and refugee policies. U.S. Ambassador to the World Body, Nikki Haley, said Washington would continue its generosity in supporting migrants and refugees around the world, but its decision on immigration policies must always be made by Americans alone. And now cricket. On the second day of second cricket test of Ashes series against Australia at Adelaide, England were 29 for the loss of 1 wicket at stumps today. Earlier, Australia declared their first innings at 442 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. Australia lead the 5-match series by 1-0. And finally, the weather report. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, rain and thunderstorm with gusty winds and snowfall over the hills is expected at isolated places in Malakand and Hazara divisions, Gilgit-Baltistan and Fata. Shallow, foggy conditions are likely over floodplain areas of Punjab and Upper Sindh during morning hours. To end the news, here once again are the headlines. Interior Minister says continuity of democratic process is inevitable for sustainable development of the country. Minister of State for Information says proper legislation is being done for special people. U.S. Defense Secretary is arriving on a day-long visit to Islamabad tomorrow to hold talks on bilateral and regional issues. In occupied Kashmir, a protest demonstration was held in Srinagar today against the ruthless thrashing of several prisoners in New Delhi's Tihar jail. In Afghanistan, 6 people were killed in a bomb blast in Nangarhar province today. North Korea has warned of nuclear war in wake of largest ever joint exercise by the United States and South Korea beginning tomorrow. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.